Hi guys, let me know if you can hear me in the chat room. I had to go ahead and hardline myself in, so hopefully that will solve the problem. I'm hardlined in now with a cord, so hopefully I won't have any more issues. I'm going to try to join Dread stream and continue on. I'm not going to let this get me down. It just, is the way. Anytime you're spreading a message that frees people, the powers that be that control all social media will try to stop you. So, the thing is not to let them stop you, to continue to do what you're doing, because I do know that there are forces on that side that want to see and hear our voices and to make sure that we're heard. Otherwise, they would have all these problems and shut us down all the time, but they're not capable of doing that. So, which is great for me, because I'm not, going to spend a lot of time worrying about whether or not, they're attacking me or not. Of course they're attacking. If you do anything that they don't like, they automatically will do anything within their power to shut you down. So, Dread and I trying to double stream and stream with each other apparently had some ill effect, and someone didn't want to see that happen. So they, did their best to make sure that, we got disconnected from each other and we're not able to stream together. But I'm going to see if I can jump on his stream. If not, I will continue on my own, and maybe I'll join him later or vice versa. We'll see. So, I had a lot that I wanted to talk about, and Vegan was starting to talk about some of the things that I was going to bring up and talk about on my thread. So I'm going to attempt to bring the Hangouts up in a minute. What I'm doing right now is checking the health of the stream before I even try again. Seems to be listening to a video, so I'm not going to play that because I definitely don't want a copyright strike. So we will see. I'm not seeing Dread's chat, so I don't know if his stream went down. I'm just going to refresh my YouTube before I put my screen on, just in case it is my camera that's messing things up. YouTube seems to be acting funny, and so does the Google Hangouts as well. Let me try closing that one and opening another YouTube window. That might just be a bad window. Sometimes that happens. There's bad windows, and sometimes closing them solves the problem. So we'll see. Okay, it shows that I am live now, which is good. So that's good. Now let me see if I can pull up one more screen for Dread stream. We are slowly but surely working our way back. And I really do appreciate you guys bearing with me while I get this straightened out. Sometimes it can be very frustrating, but you know what? I'm long suffering. I got a lot of patience for this type of, inconvenience that they try to slow us down, because the message is so much more important than, me fussing about the fact that what we're trying to do is being impeded upon. So, I'm not even going to worry about it. I'm not even going to let that stop me from doing what I was intending to do, which was spend some time with you, dropping and all of that. And So I've just been, waiting for my friend. His name is Will. Will is a producer. He produces movies, and he's into motion picture, and he went to school for that. So what I've been doing is patiently waiting for him to come back off of vacation so that he can help me produce my channel and not have any issues like what I'm currently having, because he knows how to work with the type of systems that it requires. Whereas I just know the basics. I'm pretty layman's term when it comes to this computer stuff. And he's got a degree in that and knows how to produce good quality, video feed, productions and things like that. So I have been patiently waiting because I didn't want to, keep streaming and having issues with my stream. So, that's part of the reason why you guys hadn't seen me, because he didn't get back till December 5th from his vacation. So, I was just trying to wait. And then today he was going to hopefully it stays good this time. Good grief. So you guys should be able to hear me talking as well as the panel now. Dred just sent me the link, so I'm going to try to join. If it goes down again, we know it's because of the OBS, not the OBS, because of the Google Hangouts, okay? I see it going yellow, so I'm not sure if it's going to stay open or not, but we'll see.
on all sides of this shit. Like, so, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, then you
that's crazy.
I'm sorry, but
anything that divides us is my enemy.
Right. I agree with that. That I can agree with. You hear me? But that's what they do. Like, again, they put this details into your mind to keep you in a child's state. You know what I'm saying? That's why everything is like a movie or fantasy. You know, they want you to believe in outer space living and, you know, the Tooth Fairy and all this other crazy Santa Claus, all this other crazy shit, man. They provoke nothing but bullshit to keep you in a child state. And then as long as they keep you in a child state, you're going to look at the state as your parents or the government or the so-called slave master as daddy. We as a woke individual, we understand that we're motherfucking grown men and women out here. Fuck out of here with that daddy and mama shit. We know who the fuck our parents is. We're the only people we got to answer to. All you other grown motherfuckers, y'all ain't finna tell us what to damn do. Y'all crazy as hell. Now, these other individuals want to fuck. I think our job is to wake these other people up, not just to the truth, but teach them how to be grown men and women out here. Because you got to be an adult following fucking fairy tales like you're a damn child. You know what I'm saying? You know?
Yeah. And then you got opinions out there that the aliens created the races. You know, you got an alien that created the Africans, and you had an alien that created the Chinese or the Asians, and then you got aliens that created white people. You know, and somewhere in between,
they created black folks too.
Yeah, you know, so I mean, it's all types of ideas out there that explain the differences or the diversity of people. You know, but what if we all came from one mother and one father, or one man and one female?
That's honestly the only thing that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll ever know.
Think about it.
No, go ahead.
My bad, Nick. Go ahead, my bad. No, go ahead, brother. You ain't spoken.
No, I was just saying, I don't think we will ever know, but it's the most sense to me, and it has the least amount of divide and separation of people. So that's kind of where I'm at. But
right.
Yeah, I think that they already crashed and burned that real history. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think the safest way you can hide history is not to keep but to destroy it even from yourself. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, they can pass it, but keep. You understand what I'm saying? Keep it in your mind down to the few that's in your circle or in that club, but it will not be able to be traceable because they destroyed all the evidence. I mean, if they really wanted to, that's how I look at it. If you really want to destroy somebody's history, you don't keep it locked in a safe for anyone. You destroy it completely. You know, but just like any species on this plane, I'm about to wrap it up. Any species on this plane, dogs, cats, lions, you name it, species have a litter, and not all the pups or cubs or whatever you want to call them come out with the same exact markings. Some of them have a whole different. Might look, they call them the runt. Sometimes a runt might be black and white, and all the other pups might be brown and black. You understand what I'm saying? So, I mean, it can be possible. We can have two of the, all of this could come from one man and one woman. Do that mean the entire litter is going to look exactly the same? I would highly doubt that. You feel me? So, so that's how I look at it.
Exactly.
They call it a human race. I mean, is that a new construct, or is that the way it's always been? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like why can't the race just be human?
Because the last time I checked, that's what it's supposed to be. Go ahead, Nick. I think you was on to something about divide. I think you're right.
Like, that's how you keep them divided. You can't divide us if we are all on the same page and don't see any differences. What's the same, which is what's within, which is what actually matters.
Yeah. And that's how you keep control too, Nick. That's how you maintain power. You keep everybody divided, you ain't got to ever worry about us turning and looking at the people we should be looking at. You know, they promote the total opposite of who they are. These people that controls this plane are united. Because if they wasn't, they shit would fall. But they spent all their time keeping us divided. They would die before they allow us. In their mind, they would die before they allow us to have what they have, and that's unity. That works. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. If they wasn't united, they wouldn't have these functions where they get together 2-3 times a year with all of them.
If they wasn't united,
for weeks at a time and shit.
Think about it.
Eating up in the mouth, kicking it, you know.
Yeah, you're right. Think about it. If they wasn't united, how the fuck they got all the countries to sign that treaty, the Antarctica Treaty? How? You think I'm gonna sign a treaty with a motherfucker I want to shoot? You feel me? I ain't finna sign no treaty with a motherfucker. They're beefing. Man, these people are more unified than unification. For real. They're more unified than unified.
Shit they all against. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's exactly that.
Yeah, man, I told you. And think about it. They unify and they promote us to be divided amongst each other. They're promoting us to do the opposite of what they do. They don't live in a fantasy world, but they promote fantasy worlds to us. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep,
they're not divided, but they promote division to us. You feel me? Everything that they promote to us, they do the opposite.
Yes, sir. And it's work. And it works so good. Like, it ain't just like that. It works a little so good.
Hold on, we got some breaking news. Let me see if this. I don't know if he's trolling y'all, but somebody just gave me a link and it say that. Hold on. Patricia brought a church. Patricia started a church.
We were talking about a church.
No, I know what they talking about. What they talking about is little Flat Earth Reset. Been talking about this shit for a long ass little minute. All right, there's a little holdings company that's set up in a church building that's still set up with that 508 government funding. Not the 501(c)(3). It's a 501(c)(3) or whatever the fuck. It's a 508, which also is a fucking faith station. With that being said, what they trying to do? All right, there's a couple other little new companies up under that Metatron Inc. that have been dug up as well. They ain't research or any follow up on the research that they done did. You know what I'm saying? Like it's still up in the air. But I don't know. I slick believe that they're jumping onto what everybody's called. Like you called it, Bro Sanchez called it, vegans called it. We all done called that they finna jump on a church. They finna make it a religion. Watch. That's what they finna do.
But you know why though, right? Does everybody understand why they gotta embrace Christianity and incorporate it in Flat Earth? Because the Christians in this country got mad pull. So if you can get the Christians
8 to 1
to think about Flat Earth, you can become more popular. But if you do it non-secular and you don't include the Christians, you're not going to get all these resources. And that's what they're doing. They're trying to get resources on the backs of Christians. Because I know for a fact Jaron ain't down with no Christianity.
But no, he speak openly against it too. You straight. Yeah.
Yeah, so they playing games. They trying to get this shit funded. And the Christians got the money and they're going to put the money in what they view as Flat Earth. That's pretty much what they want.
I think what's going to happen, they're going to say that they're doing it, but doing it as a joke against them type shit. That old bullshit people like to play. I'm not I'm not part of the system.
I'm in it against it type shit. Get your ass out of here. We already know that that's the best way to cover up some bullshit. You know, lie. Keep lying. Keep on lying. Lie on top of the lie.
Right. And the bad part is, I don't think the Christians see through it. You know what I mean? A lot of guys were not talking Christian stuff. Now, all of a sudden, they down with the Christian movement. You know, they plan them, in my opinion.
Vegan.
They plan. I think,
bro. They fight for their slave. The people that conquered, enslaved, raped, pillaged, and plundered under the guise of some man in the sky that they stole from people before them. They fight for those people. They say God and country. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it makes sense to me that they don't see it. Motherfucker don't see y'all through all kind of shit that's right in their face.
Mm-hmm.
That's another reason why I think they're putting this out there is because, you know, a lot of flat earthers are just sticking with the facts and stuff, irrefutable science and stuff, and that just looks too good. So you got to intermingle it with belief.
Paint it a little bit.
Yep. The natural time.
You know what I'm talking about? And that's what separates it. This is what I always talk about. This is what separates us from most. We didn't have no ties to the mainstream government, nothing. Our truth flourished on its own, with no help from no outside entity. So now they want to taint it all of a sudden. They want to merge it with beliefs all of a sudden. Now they want grants all of a sudden. You know, we had people watching this movement start from small to large in a short period of time, and all the odds was already on us with none of that outside help. You understand what I'm saying? And if we would have stayed on that path, we would have been good to go. We would have been amongst those people. About 50 years from now, I say that you know that was the only movement that never was touched and still made shit happen. And now look what they've done to it, or tried to do to it. I'm not rolling the dice when it comes to the truth. I'm gonna just stick with the truth. They can do what they have to do, and I'm not siding with that bullshit, man.
It's something that all their power and unites us. Of course they're fucking co-op. They gotta stop that.
Damn, man. This is some bullshit. Now they're gonna have a church. Why are they gonna fuck around and have a church in ooh-wee. It's about to go down. But hold on, let me introduce May. Welcome to the panel, May. Are you there, May?
If you're talking, we can't hear you.
May, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead. The floor is yours. You got something to add? It might have froze up.
Yeah, I didn't realize that was on.
Hey, mute.
Hey, you good?
Are you watching the video?
Yeah. Mute the YouTube video. You can hear us through the Hangout. You don't need the YouTube video playing.
I know. Yeah. Sorry, man. I'm sorry. I forgot to put that up. So can I add something?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay. So my husband and I, we were both on a naval ship all the time. There were you did the locks, the airlocks and shit. There were always problems with that. But yet there's never a fucking problem with that on the ISS. Why is that?
That's good shit right there.
Right?
I think it's gravity. Gravity might be keeping them safe.
Right? Gravity.
It's gotta be a pause though. You gotta have a pause and just be like gravity.
I love it.
That's a good question though. That's a really good question.
It is.
Yeah.
Because being on a ship, it's for real fucking danger. When they talk about how they go up into the fucking air and the space and shit, and how it's such a hostile fucking environment, and yet you see them playing the guitar and having a good ass fucking time out there, and yet when you're on this ship in the middle of the fucking ocean, you don't have a good fucking time. That's just for real. Not playing the guitar and having a good fucking time traveling at what, 17,000 miles an hour.
Just a bit.
Right. Not only that, how many people does it take to man a submarine? And then there's what, like 3 people on the ISS or something?
Yes. 6 to 7. 6 to 7. It depends on how many people are coming in and out. But as much ISS footage that I've watched, just hours and hours and hours of that bullshit, ISS fucking bullshit. Oh my God. So there's one where they're putting a shuttle out, or putting a satellite out. Look at the back of the, where the fucking, so it's a shuttle, right? It's that stupid fucking shuttle that you see all the time with the black windows and shit in the front, and the fucking wings on the side, with the plane.
It's an airplane.
So right quick. We've been Nick, Sassy, Vegan, you was there. We used to cover the ISS. I'm gonna get back on doing that too, because I love debunking. But we was doing a live stream one time, and you could clearly see, and we was watching the ISS, and you could clearly see they had the exits. Like, say a fire do break out or emergency happens, the whole entire exit was clusterfuck with just junk all over the place. There was no way you can even exit out of the ISS. I'm like, wait a minute, why would y'all have all these boxes and shit stacked on top of shit covering your exit just in case of an emergency? What the hell?
Yeah, there's so many ridiculous.
But you know, it's because they got the millions and millions of dollars for fucking research and development, is what they'll say, right? You know, that's why they fucking space fire every 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right on. There's damage control all the fucking time, and yet no incidents in space, none whatsoever.
I've never taken a cruise, but someone died.
So you're saying that your naval ship is like
no. There was an incident. There was an incident one time. You remember the guy drowned?
Oh, when he was drowning. Oh, when he was drowning. Yeah.
What? The only
he pissed inside his suit and it almost killed him or some shit like that. I don't.
Actually, did you guys see? I think it was Scott Kelly. He was doing a comedy skit. He was going
Scott Kelly.
Yeah, that guy. So someone in the crowd was asking a question about space bubbles, and he was just like, "What do you mean?" Acting like he had no idea what space bubbles were. Then he started saying, "Oh, well, there was one time when water got filled up. We were, having trouble breathing because of the sweat and water. But I don't know what you're talking about, space bubbles."
Well, I come from, you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, he knows what the fuck he's talking about. Yeah.
There's so much evidence. When I look at these ISS just constant feeds, it's ridiculous. It really is. It's fucking ridiculous. And anybody that's even done 10 minutes worth into it, like you said, Dreads, man, you take 10 minutes trying to debunk flat Earth. I mean, ISS right there, NASSholes.
Or don't
it takes 10 minutes.
Don't even fuck with flat Earth. Just prove to yourself that what you were taught was reality. Try to go find facts that back up your beliefs.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's it. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
What blows my mind is when they do spacewalks, and their only cover is the space suit. And my question is, does the ISS slow down so the people can get on the outside of the ship, or is the ship still traveling 17,000 miles per hour? How can the
you see, ISS has its own gravitational pull.
And it just
why wouldn't it be pulled toward the sun, right? Toward the sun? And why is it?
Vegan, you sound like a robot a little bit, brother.
Okay, my bad.
Why is it that we can stare into a fire for hours on end, right? Supposedly the sun is a ball of fire, but yet we can't look into it, but yet we can stare into a fire that we've built for hours and hours and hours, but we can't look into the sun. But yet when we look into the sun, it looks just like as if a camera was flashed into our eyes.
See no flares and all this crazy shit. I don't never see that shit. Only on CGI. Only CGI shows all this magic.
If you stare at the sun at sunrise, you can stare at it for a good 5 minutes with no problem at all. Shit, I'm up to where I stare at sunrise and sunset for 45 minutes, grounding myself. I done tried to depolarize myself for a good year and a half now, and that's where I come upon all this awakening shit, I believe.
So do you believe that the sun is a ball of fire?
Hell no.
I can't tell you what. I don't work with beliefs. That's where I'm gone away from.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. No, I get that.
No, hypothetically, what you think, Josh? What you think the sun could be?
Yeah.
I mean, what could be? I don't know, man. I know it's got to be something more electromagnetic than just straight. It's got to be sono. I don't know. It's got some shit to it. I think it's a mixture of shit.
How about this? Put a plant. You put a plant next to a fire. You put a plant next to a fire. See how it reacts. And you put a plant next to, like, say, an LED light, and you see how it reacts. Because I've seen how it reacts, and they react very differently.
You got one there.
It is a ball of fire. I don't. Because you can stare into a fire, but you can't.
They give us. That's what they give us.
This. Yeah, it's magnificent, right?
Yeah, it's a little lag in the hangout. It's a slight little delay in the hangout. Nobody is doing that on purpose. It's,
technically, I mean,
there's Go ahead, Nick.
Okay. The NASA images, it definitely looks like a ball of flame, but what they tell us is it's a big ball of gas, which still doesn't make sense.
Somebody lit it. I don't know who lit the motherfucker. But somebody, and we know fire cannot work. Fire will not be able to sustain itself in a vacuum, right? So when you look at space, how the hell can a big ass fireball stay lit in a vacuum? It would space would have. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no. My cheeks are hurting. Man, I forgot what I was going to say. But we actually drew out diagrams of how we deal with fire here on Earth. It's basically the same. They just use a fire extinguisher.
So space was the. So what they're saying is, what I'm gathering from NASA and the government, what they're telling us, they want us to believe is that for somehow, constantly farting gas, and that's how they. So it's like no way.
Exactly. All like fucking light distance and all that fucking shit. They tricked us with fucking math magic. They tricked us with math magic. That's what they do. They fucking tricked us with math magic.
Yeah. Hold on, I want to introduce my brother. I'm just going to introduce my brother. Hey, he just joined the panel. Hey, what's good with you, brother?
Oh, just getting back in the house. But peace to all my melanated flat earth family out there. Peace to the panel. How y'all doing?
Doing well, Ed.
We're doing all right, my brother. And we on one of your favorite topics too. And we on that space, my brother. I know you got something for me. I know you got something for me.
Yeah, we talking about gaseous states and things staying up in the air. Hot, funk, all that good stuff.
When the elites themselves cannot get
the people saying, yeah, that sounds good. That makes sense. That adds up. And if enough smart people say the same thing or come up with the same conclusion, it'll be broadcast as modern day science.
Yep, there you go. That's exactly what they've been doing for a long time.
Read upon. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I've come to that conclusion when I was real young.
I see what you're saying, my brother. And you know, the thing is, that's how they, like Ed was saying earlier, that's how they come to a lot of these conclusions of when to present it to the public as facts, even though they don't know. You just get a whole bunch of people that they consider smart or scientists or have a label that they're smarter than the norm. All you gotta do is get them to agree on it and just pass it to the people as facts. It doesn't matter how crazy or fugazi it sounds. And you gotta learn it. You should teach it to your children, teach it to your family members, your friends, your neighbors, whoever. Spread this as facts. Nah, man, we tired of it.
Lab coat. So, one.
Hey, man, do you homeschool your kids?
Yeah, I do. I
homeschool your kids?
Me and my wife homeschool all my kids.
Hey, man, we kind of figured, like, I thought, because I didn't find your channel except through your kid, which is crazy. But I thought,
well,
what's
up, Flair?
And so I went cool.
I appreciate the love. I didn't tell her too. She actually had somebody to find me.
Nah, I'm a fucking fan. I'm a fucking fan for sure, dude. She is so brave, and because we homeschool our son, and so I hope that, man, she's a role model for my son. Like, seriously, she's fucking spot on.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. And that's what it's about too. You know, the younger generation being able to have a voice as well as just adults. You know.
And somebody in a comment, man, it pissed me off because they said you shouldn't be listening to your father. And I wanted to comment to them, but I was like, it's not a big deal because, you know, it's internet. But he was saying you shouldn't be listening to your dad. I was like, that's fucked up because age, in this time and age, you should be listening to your fucking parents. Like, that's what you should be doing. And the fact that you have a girl teenager that is so inspired and motivated by what you're doing that she actually created her own page. Man, that's motivating. I love it.
Appreciate that. You know, and again, you know, go ahead. Oh, because I want to see. Sass, you still there? I know you want to chime in. Sass, you normally waits. Everybody get their.
I'm here. I'm just
listening.
Yeah, I'm still here.
It's crazy. My stream is actually buffering a little bit too, I think. I'm not sure. I think my stream is actually buffering.
It was buffering a lot earlier.
Just a little bit.
It seemed like with the Google Hangouts, once you open it, like I have my OBS going. Once I open Google Hangouts, it's like the whole stream go to shit. My internet started getting messing up. The stream drops. I be dropping scenes. I mean, it be going green, yellow, red, and it's just like I just ignore it because, I got enough skill that later on I can go back, speed it up, cut out the bad parts, and I'm going to keep it moving, just represent it later on because we're not going to stop just because they want to, show they behind. We got longevity in this situation. We got the truth on our side, and we're going to keep spreading that truth no matter what they try to put in our way. I don't even know how they call themselves keeping the ISS up in the sky when down here on Earth, they can't even keep internet service going. So that lets you know right there this is fake and it's phony and they can't be trusted. You can't even keep internet service going good. And you telling me you done had the ISS up there for years with people just going thousands of miles per hour and they brain ain't sucked through their nostrils? Come on, people. Wake up.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? I want that ISS internet speed. Fuck that. Can we get that? How much that cost? If you got the how you can wave See, that's how I know it's fake technology, and of course it's real technology. They wave that fake shit in your face all day, and nobody in their right state of mind had come to the conclusion of just asking them, like, "Hey, you got top-notch shit. What about us down here? Why we can't get it? I mean, shit, we'll pay for it. I mean, we know you want money. We'll pay for that good shit." No, nobody in their right mind say, "You know what? That's some good ass technology. Why do we don't have it?" Nobody came to that conclusion. They just waved it in your face like, "Look, we can do magic shit up here. Our technology is so advanced. We can do magic tricks, but you cannot have it. We can't have it because it don't exist. It's magic, people. It's an illusion."
Y'all want some more like fun magic shit? On a naval ship, like if you compare it to the ISS bullshit, you see all those cables and all that sort of shit just floating around and all that sort of shit. That don't happen. That does not fucking happen. It's underneath panels to where you can take the panels out quickly and fix that shit. But all the cables, they would not just be hanging around. That's bullshit. That's corny. It wouldn't fucking happen.
Tax money, and this is supposed to be super scientific at the top of the line, and shit just looks like a mess.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, they go to fix stuff on the outside. That's their excuse for the spacewalks. But how come they didn't just set it up at, like, submarines to where you can work on everything from within your life, which somehow it's still no one died. What a miracle.
Yeah. I watched a Russian spacewalk. It was a 15-minute loop of a Russian spacewalk where all the dude did was hold a fucking sword or whatever. You know what I'm talking about?
Just moving little clamps to different spots, and then they'll like move it back. They're just fiddling with shit. It's not real thing. And they have the funniest name for it. There's like the multiplexer, duplexer, something like that. They have these funny ass.
It's corny.
It's corny as hell.
Yeah. They're not doing anything out there. They're doing fucking nothing
anywhere. They're not going anywhere. It's like Thomas the Damn Train. And they're not making any experiments. They're not prolonging anything. And, they're not going out into space. So why are they wasting billions of dollars supposedly on keeping people orbited in space and their damn experiments? I mean, that's a damn lie. You know it's fake and phony.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, Nick. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. That was the point. Yeah, so they're supposedly doing all the science up there, but the only science I've been ever able to see is them playing with water bubbles and.
Hold on, Nick. Nobody got him a good. It's not.
You're breaking up. I didn't hear you.
You're breaking up though.
They fucking with the hangout bag, man. Everybody's like a delay. Everybody breaking up. Chopping with everybody across the whole planet. I'm about to say plane. Across the whole. Pan right now. It's crazy, man. Oh man, they fucking with the hangout bad, man. This is bad.
Another thing is,
can I add something real quick? I've seen the moon, right, with clouds go in front of it and behind it at the same time. I have pictures of that shit.
I got a video right now. I caught the moon. This month has been really, really strange. The moon has been doing some strange shit this month, all month long. Yep. And I caught it. And this time, I caught it where there is no denying it. Now, I don't care. People, all this shit is and all. I caught it in 4K quality. 4K. I say, no, I'm doing this 4K. And you can see the clouds in front of it and behind it simultaneously. Clear as day. Or clear as night.
Yeah, I watched your video, Dread, and I was like, y'all, Dread into this theatrics. He ain't got the camera straight. I mean, you should have seen my face. I mean, I was following that moon all over the place when you was moving it. I'm like, damn, why he don't just put it on the tripod?
It's something new.
When I did a tripod, it was a lot better. It was a lot better. But that first one I did, man, I couldn't keep it. Once you zoom in, when you got the P900, once you zoom in, max, zoom,
it's really hard to track things.
Yeah, it's hard as hell to keep that bitch steady.
Yeah, it's really hard.
So I used a tripod on the second one. You can clearly see what, I even circled it. I circled what I was talking about and froze it. You can clearly see like the markings on the moon fold, and you can see the even the craters fold and go straight back. So I circled it and I froze it for a quick second. You know what I'm saying? So people can see exactly what I was talking about, and that was odd to me though.
It lets you know that you can't
so
land on it.
Now go ahead, Sassy.
I was saying it lets you know that you can't land on that indentation means that it's not a rounded surface. If it has impression where it seemed like, you know how projectors are, like little kids and stuff like that, how it slide over, and it just looked like that, and how in the daytime you could see through it, lets you know that it's translucent. So it's not a solid mass. That's why when you hear the scripture that it's the lesser light to rule the night, that shows you that in the daytime it's always going to be overpowered by the sun's light, because it's supposed to be the lesser light. Even though it's not lesser, the fact is that it has a different off-cast light that is putrefying and that breaks down things, and who knows all the mysterious stuff that the moon does, but it's very unique in that way. Nobody even has to tell you to look for this. You can look at it with your naked eye and see it for yourself. Nobody can lie when you can see with your own eyes. That's what makes us become the new frontier of getting back to the basics of scientism. Studying, research.
And again, like I said, I'm not saying it's flat. It's flat in the back, and what I'm saying, I'm telling people what it looks like. What I'm showing with amateur footage. This is what I'm seeing. This is what it looks like. Now, and I even threw a couple of theories out there, like a bowl light or like a dome light. It's flat in the back and it's round in the front. The part that's lit up is round or round light. Like a flat portion, like a bowl. What happens when the dark side or the flat side is all that's visible? You wouldn't see anything.
The new moon.
You won't see anything in the sky. You won't see it. It would be called a new moon. You know, they call it a new moon.
Yep.
Think about it. I don't know, man. It's crazy.
Well, you know they showed the backside of the moon, right?
Who?
Yeah, they show the dark side of the moon, so it's like they're telling us. But my question is, if there's craters on the moon, what created the craters? Where's the asteroid? If you see an indentation inside of a landmass, where's the thing itself that actually hit the landmass? How can you see an empty crater without an asteroid inside the crater? Has anyone ever considered that?
Right. There's zero residue.
We talk about that a lot.
They're all at
I can tell you
perfectly craters. There should be trails. There should be like asteroid trails.
Who's the Jibby dude? Yo.
Right.
Jibby Jedi.
Huh?
What's up, Jibby?
I just kicked him out.
Okay.
Gone.
Yeah, I ain't taking no chance. Let's just kick him out. Who is? Anybody know Jibby Jedi?
I've heard of him. I think he's a flat earther.
Jibby's like a troll too. I don't know if that was him.
I don't know.
No. There's a troll. No. There's a troll. There's a troll that uses that name. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Like a clone.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a clone, right? A clone. So I hope that wasn't the real one. Damn, if it was, my bad. My bad. Hey, I apologize. I don't know if that was the real one. I apologize. for booting you out, a troll that uses your icon and your name, and he's hacking.
Well, usually trolls don't have their camera on, so
we don't want no booty jacking going
Yeah, he
on
didn't
over
have his
here.
camera on.
we've
Hell no, no pimple butts. No more
pimple butts
no
again.
more pimple booties on the stream. Hey yo, under the ether. Remember he had who is this?
J
Who is
Dot.
this?
Hello.
Yeah, he had shit orbiting his zips and shit like that. That was bad.
Lewis Hackett.
Yo.
No.
Yeah, that was Louis Hackett. That's the guy that had his zip pimple butt.
Yeah,
Yo,
the closet racist.
J Dot. Yo, J Dot, unmute your mic, man. Your mic ain't muted. Say something, bro.
Yeah, bro.
He ain't ready for the truth. He ain't ready for the truth.
Who's life?
Can I point out another thing, right, that NASA has done failed on? So they had to create a vacuum, right? And a vacuum room. Not only was this vacuum room, they had to go through like 3 different vacuum sealed doors to get to this special fucking room. But the guy, they only did one experiment. One. The guy didn't even last 5 fucking minutes. And right before he passed out, sorry for the sound behind you, my husband is shooting off a Nerf gun. But he didn't last 5 fucking minutes. And right before he passed out, he mentioned that he was experiencing the saliva on his fucking tongue bubbling. The saliva on his fucking tongue bubbling, which is exactly what you see when you show experiments of fucking liquid in a vacuum. He didn't even last 5 fucking minutes, and
Hello. Well, it seems like one of the hackers did us in, y'all. They always got to be doing some craziness. Damn, man. Every time we get a good panel going, they want to come on and regulate. They just can't let people be that's having a good time and hanging out, talking about the truth and putting these NASA fakeries on blast. They just want to come in and try to ruin things, but we'll be up in another minute because it only takes a couple of minutes to start a damn hangout. So I don't even know what the point of them doing it is. I mean, they just might as well go sit their ass down somewhere and cut it out because you're just wasting your time. It ain't like we're going to stop speaking this truth. It ain't going to be like we're not going to just come right on back. I mean, you just pointless to anything that you're doing. I mean, you just low life, scum of the earth to me. If y'all hang tough, I'm pretty sure Dreads will get us back on together again. Just give us a few minutes. Let me know if you guys can hear me out there. If you can't, I will You should be able to, though. I just checked, so. Let me just check in with Dred's chat. I'm going to mute myself while I'm doing that, so I'm not rambling on.
You ain't know, my brother. I'm the motherfucking people's champion, you dick eater.
Since capturing the Outstanding Fighter Award at the 1988 Olympics, he has defeated every man
That's
he
what
has
I'm talking about, Dred.
compiling a record of 48 victories, including 38 knockouts. His only loss, a disqualification later reversed with a first-round knockout. He is a 5-time champion from Pensacola, Florida, the pound-for-pound king of boxing, the 5-time world champion and current WBA heavyweight champion of the world.
You can't stop shit around here. Fuck wrong with it. Hang out right back up. Just that quick. Hang out right back up. You did. You know, I'ma always keep it lit in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? We ain't playing out chill. We is not playing out chill, man. They salty than a motherfucker, man. We body bagging and toe tagging. You know what I'm saying? Link don't work. I got you. I already know what it is, man. The link don't work. All right, I got you, family. Because I already know what it is. I already know what it is, man. I got something just for them. Because I already know. Y'all know I know what it is. Y'all know what it is, too. All this bullshit. They come around here. I'm going to keep it 100. They come around here with the bullshit. Tell y'all to come over here and get body bag. We come with the truth. And apparently y'all don't want that. Y'all don't want the truth. Y'all want somebody to feel sympathy for your ass. But ain't nobody feeling sympathy for you over here. We don't get down like that. You understand what I'm saying? We don't get down like that. Y'all need to go on here with that BS, man. Dead ass. We don't got time for it. Cry, baby, suck your mama titty. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Y'all remember that old song, Cry, baby, suck your mama titty? Oh, man, this is crazy. All right, hold on, Ed. All right, who we got in here? We got the bum McCloud up in here. Get out of
place up. All right, huh? Kissy. Hold on, let me get this panel. Hold on, matter of fact, let me get you right. Give me a sec, family. Give me a sec. Hey, welcome back. Under the ether.
Thanks, brother. Oh, you got me. All right. Got a whole panel back.
Stop the show, but the show must go on. The people need the truth. The show must go on.
Something about that.
All right, okay, the family coming back. Let's get it popping up. Yeah.
Yeah, what we talking about? What was it, the moon and the craters and shit?
Yeah. Before Kemper Booty interrupted our deal.
For one glove wonder, Lil Lewis.
That boy, he's something else. All right, let me see. Who that? Morgan? Who's Morgan? Make sure that's the right. Morgan, unmute your mic. Unmute your mic, Morgan. Unmute your mic.
You sure know it is.
Try to give I always gonna have something, but
Yeah, check it out, man. Check out the one. Check out the part. Check out the second one, because the first one was I wasn't able to I wasn't that steady, but the second one I did, I had my tripod where I could have it a lot more steady. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, check that one out. The more I say, go with the one that's more steady.
3-4 days ago, huh?
A few days ago. What was that number?
Yeah.
And I got another on my upload with the cloud. I got another on my upload for y'all, man. I got the clouds in front and behind the moon at the same time. So people they say, look, Dre, all those clouds are in front of the moon. It's the millions. Nah, bro, zoom in, you can see the clouds.
And that's another thing.
Yeah, it's gravity. I keep gravity just gravity just grabbed my.
A minute ago, I was going to add something. Sister Sassy was talking about the moon, and we don't know what kind of cloud it is.
What happened? Somebody said gravity.
The late shit they was going through, I was saying it just kept going because it seemed to be hilarious to me.
Gravity grabbed my, you know what?
I don't know what.
And
what the hell? Hey, yo, Google has been lagging bad tonight, man. What the hell is going on with Google? I mean, is the force of gravity really fucking up the hangout?
My YouTube it's a new YouTube, so they updated. So that's probably probably what it is.
So when they update shit, that's it take a while for them to get it right.
Because don't you know how they had the box shows, the videos? Now, when you go to the video, it shows little clips of in that video. And the outlining isn't the same color and all that now. It's all different.
Damn.
PlayStation just cut off.
You seriously?
It's still
going back on live though. It just turned to a whole nother video, like your live stream ended.
That's weird. It's still going on my PlayStation.
I just turned it back on.
That's crazy.
If they do it again, I'm gonna pan it to my TV and show you. That's what I should have did just then. But I wouldn't think.
Is it YouTube that's cutting off on your PS4 or your PS3 or whatever you want? Because YouTube doing the same shit on my television. Like I go to click on specific type videos. Like I went to click on the little Marlena effect video with the tribesman talking about the flat Earth. It immediately cut it away to my screen. I was like, all right, that don't make no sense. Then it wouldn't sign back to YouTube. I had to like cut the damn TV off and shit just to go back and watch the video. I believe it's, I don't know. I believe it's got some shit to it.
Yeah, they on some bullshit, man. It's gravity. I mean,
I
gravity.
know on my phone now, if I go to a certain video and I press it, it'll go to a video like 2 slots down. It's been doing that for 2-3 days now. And I have to turn it sideways so it be the long way. And then when I press it goes to the right video. But if I do it
it has all of these different codes, so the algorithm makes sure that your videos or things that you want to watch don't come to the forefront on purpose. And they used to have a video up exposing all of this, showing what the codes were, but they quickly took that down and hid it so that people wouldn't find out that this was being done. But luckily, there's some smart tech guys out there that caught on to this and were able to like download it, and then they can look at it, and they've been talking about it. But as they're doing that, what they're doing is censoring them from even doing that. So they're like giving them strikes, taking their channels down, and all this other stuff. It's the same thing that happened to Richie from Boston or whatever that he was talking about. But you just got to know what kind of words to avoid. Now, for us, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to avoid that. We talk about, the truth. We talk about conspiracy theories or things that we think are real. And so there's not a list of things that we can avoid, and I wouldn't want to avoid, because people come. So all the weak-minded people are going to see the stream and be like, oh, they cutting out too much. I ain't finna go through this. I'm not finna watch this. But the strong-minded people who really want to know the truth and spend that time gonna work through it. And that's what they're betting on, is that people, will give up and just not watch the stream. But they got another damn thing coming. If they want to shut us down, they're going to have to shut the whole damn internet down, because it's going to go on. It's going to keep happening forever and ever. We're never going to quit this truth. Even if they took the internet down, guess what? I'm knocking on my neighbor's door with a damn bundt cake that says gravity ain't real, okay?
They book. Excuse me for interrupting. Let our brother know that just joined the meeting. Excuse me.
Oh, yo, I captured the wave. That shit real. If you watch the one when I did the tripod, did you see it? I recorded the damn wave. It was actually in that video. And, I didn't even see the motherfucker until like I went back and watched the video just to go back and watch it.
Same with me.
And I'm looking.
That was Crow.
I'm about to share.
He didn't know.
I'm about to share.
Yeah, he thought it was a fuck up with his camera, and then he realized that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And by the way, Crow 777 is back up.
Yeah, but I don't know if y'all heard, the thing is, he ain't got none of sorts of little bitty shit. It's not the channel that he had. It's a channel that they gave him.
Yeah, it's green.
Damn.
See, that's why when I get my money up, I'm gonna start the website.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. There's a couple of little people that I believe deserve some money. Not too many motherfuckers is worth their weight. Vegan, Sassy, fucking Dread, Rose Sanchez, and Brenda's a man. Got a flat Earth channel as the man Brenda walks around everyday life in. I'm telling y'all, Brenda is this motherfucker called Flat Earth 101.
You see how that's going flat back right here? It should be going like this, not back into the dark. It should be a continuation. If it's round, it should be continuing to go around the object, not going in the object. This looks like it's going in the object, not a continuation of going around it. I could get a basketball right now and draw that same line, drawing it going around the basketball. There's no way for me to draw a line on a basketball.
It's weird to believe over Todd. It is a lumpy, bumpy rock, so maybe. But
maybe I was a lump.
I've never seen an anomaly like that, though.
I have seen. Go ahead.
You can see it right there too.
Yeah, I'm gonna see. I want to get to the part where that fucking that lunar wave. I didn't even. There you go, right there. It just showed it again. Hold on. Watch this. Pay close. Watch this shit. You'll see it. I didn't know it was at the beginning too. Watch the damn thing.
That's crazy as hell.
No, I just
it looked like a little sonar wave. What they show us sonar look like. Man, it's crazy. Some nights when I look at the moon, I live in the desert. Some nights when I look at the moon, I see like that little mirage flitter to it. Like, when you look down the road on a hot summer day, it look like it's wet down the road and shit. I see that shit every once in a while. If it's like a crescent moon, I don't see it on the full moon very often, but on the crescent moon, very, very often.
Like a mirage?
Yes, exactly like a mirage.
That's crazy. I'm sure it's somewhere up in here. You don't see this. There you go. I just seen it again.
I had the month in the moon in my goddamn sky for 36 hours, man. I told you that a while back. I don't know if you let
Remember, I told you I had it for the whole. Bro, I know what you're talking about. People ain't believe me.
Look,
with clouds in front and behind it at the same time. How do you explain that?
Yep. We jokingly say gravity, but I already know what you're saying, sister. The sun. I see that shit out here. I live in the desert, man. Like I said, and these chemtrails is real out here. I live right by. Look, man,
dude, I live in Austin.
The chemtrails.
I live in Austin, man. Here in Texas, it's fucking nuts.
No way. I live in Austin. I live in Killeen, which is like 35 minutes from Austin. So we could meet up, girl.
Yes, ma'am. Texas. Yes, ma'am. Texas ladies.
Oh, I would love to. Oh, that would be awesome. I would love to meet up with you.
That's for a hood, man.
Because I don't like this. I don't meet people like this.
Cat's Eye had one going. There needs to be more all-female panels. We need you sisters preaching, showing these fools, man.
Yes.
Hey, I think it was last night or the other night. They had the first night of
yeah, on Cat's Eyes. That's what I'm talking about. They were looking for Sister Sassy, but they couldn't get a hold to her. They say, I watched it in the little chat room. Yeah, I'm all on that shit, man. I'm on everything, man.
It might have been on this.
Looking at that, a lot of things come to mind. The first thing is,
you see the different color, bro. This is the same night. Look what color the moon is.
Yeah, I've been getting that pretty motherfucker on moonrise.
Bro, the same night. This is one video. This is 2 clips from one video. And I was live streaming. Bro, the moon changed colors right before my eyes. I saw it change, bro.
Orange to yellow to white. You ain't gotta tell me. I watch this shit out here, man.
Bro, there's a crater right here facing upward. Facing upward on a round surface.
Explain that shit on some
all right, this will be the argument. Why it's fresh on my mind. Let me get a picture again, put it on the screen. Okay. The argument would be how you said that you can get a basketball. Well, you're not going to have a light as big as the sun would be to the moon to have a real perspective of what that would look like. That would be one argument. The other argument would be that the reflection of that crater, the reason why it's visible because it's taller than the ground level. It's so high that the peak of it will hit that light.
Still facing
and then for the ball, it would kind of look like that. It will be because you're facing that way. The sun is on the other side. That's why you can only see that light of it. So the biggest thing why you see the curve like on this one, the same reason why you see it, the line moving on the bottom of the ball, because it's a refraction thing. So that's two things. That's the light shade and that wave refraction giving you that optical illusion. Because then, why would in other times you see it fully? Then the only thing I can think of then spit on his axis. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, if that's the case, I mean, if it's a bowl, let's say it's a bowl shape, right? If you see a full moon, you're facing directly. You're seeing the full portion of the